All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media, and my name is Judson Powell. All right, hit like buttons, all that stuff, do buttons. But anyway, um, so I said I was going to talk some more about Kanye, and then I didn't because I just wanted to like sit back and listen, you know. And so that's what I did. Yesterday, pretty much, I put up that one thing. And basically what it said was, nothing can really make me hate another black man. That's the whole thing. The whole divide and conquer thing is the point here. I think that everybody is short sighted on that. It's like, okay, divide and conquer. Okay, so we divide them up. We got everybody thinking different things, and as long as we can't all agree on one thing, then we have no power. That's the truth. But when you look at the way that the Jewish religion does it, and it is a religion, there's a lot of people that are Jewish that are that follow uh, the Torah or whatever, so they would be considered to be Jewish. But here's the thing: we are failing to realize that this is like a great moment in time. Historically, this is like one of the greatest moments ever in time, period. And so you say, well, why do you say that? Because of the fact that, first of all, this man is a black billionaire, and people are like estimating like how much money he has. But here's the thing: money be damned. He is the most known, well-known, famous person in the entire world, and he has a polarizing effect. Love, hate, all of this stuff. The polarizing effect just meaning balance. Everything that he's doing is like, okay, well, I said something bad about black people, so now let me say something bad about white people, or let me do this or let me do that. But there's always been black opportunists, right? There has always been black opportunists. And people that will go against everything that's down in the race. But here's the thing with that. The main thing is that as long as everybody is polarized and everybody does form an opinion, these are the conversations that we need to have as black people. As a people, these are the conversations we need to have, because we got a lot of little quirky stuff going on in the closet, every place else. We got quirky stuff going on, right? I mean, think about it. Really, really think about it. Okay, what are some of the things that need to be discussed? And some of the things that need to be discussed is, how we gonna cancel certain people but not cancel other people? Oh no, it's cool. And so now what we got coming back up the argument about the music and the entertainment and all of that. Like, wow. It is a problem, but here's where I stand on that. It's their art. When we were young, nobody liked our art either. I think maybe the only period where I think everybody could kind of like agree that everything was cool, like, is like the 90s. Like 90s R&B and stuff like that was incredible. All right. But it was because you had people that were artists who were really creative. You had really creative minds. The problem now is that because the money is so big, that everybody just wants to get the money, and it's not about your art anymore. It's just about being seen. Oh, I can show up, do something stupid, or show up wearing this, or show up not wearing this, or whatever. But you ain't never seen, look, like Gladys Knight been in show business her entire life. You know, you ain't never seen her dressed like that, right? I mean, come on, let's be honest, break stuff down. But y'all not going to cancel. But okay, but if I get on here and I say, okay, well, cancel Nicki Minaj and this, that, and the other thing, and the other thing, y'all can say whatever y'all want about Beyonce, but Beyonce is a credible performer. You cannot say that she's not a great performer. She is. If you go see Beyonce, you're gonna be entertained, and that's what it is. It's the entertainment business. And y'all mad about this, that, and the other. That's just like steroids and all this other stuff that people be coming up with. It's like, look, let me explain something to you. When you go see somebody and you pay all of this money for a ticket, you know, you don't care about what they doing before they get there or after they leave there. All you want to know is that whatever I paid for this ticket, I got my money's worth. And that's one thing that I will say about your boy Kanye. Kanye is giving everybody their money's worth and he's getting paid. Don't think that, everybody talked about him breaking those contracts. That's huge. That's huge. As a lawyer, being able to get out of contracts that are that size with very little, and even the money that they claim they took from him, I would just sue to get it back. You can't just do that. It's like, oh, okay, so you wake up in the morning and somebody could just, where is a clause like that in any contract? I just would like to see that. I'd like to see that contract because I don't believe that a clause like that exists in any contract where I can just wake up in the morning and take a $500 million from you without any due process. So that's where you see the power. The power is there. Okay, we just take all your stuff, cut all your stuff. We're gonna take our toys, go back to our toy box, and pout, because that's what it is. It's just like, there needs to be, these are the things that need to be talked about. There needs to be open dialogue about this. FU is not an open, that's not an open dialogue, nor will it create an open dialogue. Or just it's just like they constantly taught us about, oh, we're playing the race card and this, that, and the other thing. Well, they play the anti-Semitic card. And it's not even that people have any ill will towards them. It's just that if you are, of any other race besides their race, and you say anything about them, then they polarize, which is the one thing that black people didn't do, and we should have done. Because here's the thing: it's just like your brothers and sisters, right? You sit up there, you fight like cats and dogs with your brothers and sisters and everything else, right? But let somebody from the outside come in and try to mess with your brother or your sister, and then it's a whole different ball game. It ain't the same, that ain't the same ball game. It's not. So no matter where you stand, because black people should be able to say, F that nigga, because he came down on us and we supported him from the beginning. When he came out, who bought his, don't look, there is nobody in show business that white people picked out and said, this person is good or this person has talent. Nobody. They rely on the talented to bring them more talent. Right? Because hey, I know what's talented. I know this, that, and the other thing. Okay, so what? And so then it comes down to the whole, once again, it comes down to what? It comes down to white supremacy is more important than money. Let me say that again. White supremacy is more important than money to them. So you see what I'm saying? And they can hide it or put it in anything else. I mean, look at the guy that Adidas is named after, right? and it was black people that made him rich. You know, that whole thing, y'all saw what Russell Simmons, go look, Russell Simmons joint is on there. And I'm not really a big Russ fan because, you know, I don't know, you know, 100% of everything. I don't know. But I just do know that My Adidas was like the biggest, not only was it a huge record, like it was like one of the hugest records of the time. Not only was it a huge record, but it changed the landscape of hip hop and the marketability of hip hop. So, you know, and at that point, there was no gangster rap and all of that. You know, that hadn't even been, that Pandora's box hadn't even been opened yet. So all of that stuff, so you could say what you want, right? But that's the real deal. So now what do you do? But see, it needs to be open dialogue. You got to respect, you know, if I got to respect your wishes to be free from anti-Semitism, right? Then I also should get the same respect when people come and are anti-black. Where if I come to you respectfully, you know, we can't, you know, it's like, oh, that's not, but that's not in the cards, huh? That's the problem. See, just to say, oh yeah, we got this and label, it's like, why? That's the dialogue. And right now, I don't care what y'all say, you know, that Kanye West is the most famous person in the entire world. And his brand is the largest brand in the world. You could, you know, money be damned. Money be damned. He's a producer. He can produce music. He produces music, movies, la la la. I think his clothes are ugly. You know, I'm not just up here simping for him, nothing like that. The clothes is ugly. I'm sorry. It's all good though. You know, it's like somebody likes it, but you know, like I don't know. It is. And then I get the whole boots and stuff like that because you know he's from Chicago, so that's, you know, that's just how it is. You know, once it start getting cold, that wind start blowing off Lake Michigan, it's over. It's a wrap. So I get that. So all of that too. And then but listen to the stuff that he really says, like go buy land. He's like, America's for sale. America is for sale. Go buy some of it. Don't sit up there and be like, oh, you know, we mad at them because, you know, because they doing good. And that's sort of where it is. And it's like the myth of white supremacy. See, we're those slaves that Thomas Jefferson feared. I mean, go back and read it. It's like they're like, oh, these, they knew it. They knew. They was like, man, we gonna keep these dudes like this for a while, but then all of a sudden they gonna wake up, and when they wake up, it's gonna be a mother. and I'm just saying, nobody wants to say the obvious. Nobody can say what the real obvious is. and that's the problem with the whole situation. It's like the whole obvious is like at the end of the day, we all want the same thing, you know, but stop, stop gassing us, stop killing us. We still dying, that ain't happening to Jewish people. I'm just telling y'all, the Holocaust was awful. It was, and it was a horrible thing. But but we've been going through a Holocaust continuously for 500-600 years. You know, it's gotta end. Point blank. Anyway, that's all I got. I think I went over or something like that. Fastest 15 minutes is up. I don't know. I just went left on that one.